I feel for June. June got wasted. I feel like if you're gonna eat me, like get all of it. So much of it was on the wall. Like get a gas can or some kind of good container to get it.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Ghost in the Magazine. I'm Elle.
I'm Mel.
I'm Molly.
I'm Al.
And I'm Matt.
And today we are discussing the pilot of What We Do in the Shadows. So this is one of my favorite television shows. So I don't know that I have a whole lot to say about the pilot, but luckily we have all these wonderful people here to talk about it. So what do you guys think?
Well, I don't do comedies, but this is one show that I actually really got into. I enjoyed the movie. Big Flight of the Conchords fan, so anything that Jemaine Clement is attached to, I generally enjoy.
I love this show. I actually binged all of season 4 after I watched the pilot last night in one sitting. I have this sticker on the back of my car, and I have several What We Do in the Shadow stickers on everything. I've got art hanging up in my haunted living room wall. I love this show. I forgot how funny it was, so it was fun to rewatch it.
I feel like I've rewatched it at least 6 times. Like all the way, well, not the last season, obviously, because I only think I've seen that once, but it still makes me laugh, even though I've seen it so many times, and I can actually say the jokes along with the characters at this point because I've practically got it memorized, and it still makes me laugh.
Oh,
I
please
think
continue.
Episode length makes it really bingeable.
Mhm.
So bad about it, but it's a good fusion for me. I like the mockumentary style. I mean, it's nice to see it cross with some horror lore. I liked it. Yeah.
It's hard to pick a favorite character. It changes from episode to episode.
They're all insufferable, and I love all of them.
Yes.
They're all terrible.
They're horrible.
They're terrible, and I would die for them.
Yes.
Yes. I'm like a big Matt Berry fan because Host
Me
of
too.
London was one of my favorite shows ever. And yeah, he does his line delivery in this.
Oh my god, just the way he says words.
Yes. Yes.
Great theme song too.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Theme song's awesome.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Anybody notice the who the guy is at the wharf? I know you think I'm gonna go somewhere weird with it. I'm not.
Trying to remember.
It's
guy- iPad?
no, yeah, it's John fucking Gabris, host of some of my favorite podcasts, Action Boys,
Oh.
High and Mighty podcast. The dude is funny as fuck.
They do have a lot of cameos and guest appearances and stuff throughout the show, so that's not surprising to see. Even getting into podcasts with the variety of people that they've had, from major movie stars to Sofia Coppola in season 4, which threw me off. Things like that. So it's good.
My favorite one's when they get the cast of the movie. And that one episode, are we just talking about the pilot, or can I mention
can-
this? Because
You can talk a little
I'm
bit, Ryder.
absolutely obsessed that there's just the whole cast of the movie just casually in the background for what episode?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, the council. I like the show version. I love the movie too, but I love the addition of the psychic vampire, that Colin Robinson. And my Colin Robinson sock on.
I need to know where you got those, because I do not have enough stuff for this show.
I got him from Hot Topic. That's where I get most of my stuff.
Damn it!
Same.
Wait, there's Hot Topic still around?
Yes.
Yes.
And I live in the middle of
Not in
nowhere,
Ireland.
so it's very I really don't have a lot of shopping choices. So my little mall has a Hot Topic, and that's where I get a lot of my clothing. Let me be honest.
Does any of my new American friends want to send me Hot Topic stuff because I don't have it in my country?
If I can find these socks again, I definitely will. And if there's anything in particular you're looking for, just let me know.
I'm looking for a Baron costume.
Oh my gosh, I would love it.
That fucking looks awesome, dude.
Amazing, actually, yeah.
The crepey crotch on that.
The fact
I
that
seem to remember him having genitalia.
I love
Great
the
line.
bit where he pulls down his trousers and they just go there it isn't.
There's actually good amount of stuff to take in from this episode. They do a good job of character like introductions and all that. And I don't know, dude. It's a good show. I mean, without going too far into it, it's like I said, I don't like comedies and I like this. So give it a watch.
I just think in particular they really well established Nandor and Guillermo and how like there's aminosity. Did I just say that right? I don't even know.
Animosity. Yeah.
Thank you. Between them, but also you can see like hero worship and all that, and they also obviously go deeper into that throughout the entirety of the show. But they did such a good job of just even setting that up in the first episode, because it would be so easy to make Guillermo like a two-dimensional sort of punching bag. But they give him a lot of depth without going too far into spoilers, because this is like obviously just for the pilot, but he's just so much more than what if they were being lazy they could have just made him a punching bag, but they just didn't. They made it so much better. And pretend that I said something good. Yeah.
There's literally so much more to his backstory. Like it's just like contradictory to what we're watching on screen.
I love the vampire Armand thing too.
When I saw that, I started laughing. I was like, Elle's gonna crack up at that reference.
On TV. Yeah, I like that. That was good.
So we find out that he's been his slave for 10 years now. He's saying legitimately, he calls himself a slave. It's okay.
And what he gets in the end of the episode, instead of being turned into a vampire, is a like sparkly painting of him as the vampire Armand with Nandor, which I want that painting. I would put it on my wall.
I'm sure you could probably find it somewhere.
I'll see. My daughter's all into diamond art and shit right now. I'll see if she can make you one.
I love it.
Good luck to your carpet, sir.
Yes, everywhere. Not even kidding.
I like the mental image of the vampire Nandor just like friggin' making a glitter portrait. I'm going, oh my god, he's gonna love this. Just
Why did I put glitter on my face?
Like Twilight.
Creepy paper is the best, though.
Yeah, creepy paper.
So they go shopping because they're gonna decorate the attic where the stairmaster is for the arrival of the Baron.
It's so simplistic, but I can't walk into a store anymore without sitting down and going like, "Ooh, creepy paper," like out loud in front of everybody, and people understand it. I actually have this image, and he is reaching towards my gas pump. Like, on my car, and I get people stopping me in parking lots to talk about this show. And I don't usually like the mockumentary sitcom thing. Like, I'm one of those like horrible people that I hate The Office. I think The Office is one of the worst TV shows ever made, and I hate this format style, but they've done it so well in this that you almost forget that that's what they're doing, and they play into it, because I think it helps that they're all stupid and they're all awful, but it's not in an annoying, like, they feel too human way like everyone in The Office and Parks and Rec does. Is like, oh, there's still a fantasy element to it that I hate every single person, because they're all just like, these are all awful people. And I would, again, like Molly said, I would die for all of them.
I would die for all of them.
No, they set it up in a way that it just feels different. And the movie felt that way too. But, and again, I think that just goes to like Jemaine and Taika's filmmaking, style and ability, is that they kill it every single time. Pun intended. They kill it, but
I think that's part of it, the kitsch, the absurdity. It's really
very.
I've seen the mockumentary done well before in a comedy setting, but it is a Canadian television show called Trailer Park Boys. It is my favorite TV show. I talk about it all the time. But again, there is and I noticed with this where you like almost forget that it's a mockumentary because of the way that it's filmed. And the writer of Trailer Park Boys, Mike Clattenburg, he is a genius. And I think that that's the difference. Like, I never really watched The Office or Parks and Rec very much, but I could see, based on the memes that I see online, I'm just like, I can see why.
Creepy paper. Ooh, multi-pack. Nandor, this is macabre.
I love that.
That was the picture I was trying to get at first from my background, just like the skeleton just disintegrating.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it anywhere where it could like do justice how funny it was.
So
Oh.
Guillermo thinks that he's going to be turned
Mhm.
also. Says-
Praise and wishes and desires to be turned.
Colin Robinson at The Office is pretty funny.
Gosh, it's hard because it's like I'm almost like Colin's my favorite, but then I'm like, no, God, I love fucking I love
Laszlo.
Nadia, I love Laszlo,
Mhm.
I love just the dynamic between Guillermo and God, my
Nandor.
brain. Yeah, there we
Nandor.
go.
Yeah.
I love all of it, but like I can't really pick a favorite. It's just like Colin Robinson is such an annoying bitch, and I just love I love it.
I like Nandor's delivery, like,
Yeah.
I'm here to pillage. Can you please not pillage me? No, we're pillaging everyone. I don't know, it's
You
funny.
You included.
You
Yeah.
include. I
It's so
might.
good.
Oh, I might be a Colin fan. I like that idea of Colin. I like that energy vampire is such a strong presence that they don't just eat this guy who like lives amongst them
Yeah.
because fantasy imitates reality. Like we all know somebody like that. So
I
I
just
think he's-
Someone who
realized
can do
that
their finances, they need to keep him around.
Right.
He's
That
the one that does the budgeting.
yeah. I just realized that Doug Jones, the fish man, plays the
Mhm.
fucking Baron. I didn't
Yes.
even realize that that's who played. I was like, what? When I
Who's
looked at
Doug
the
Jones, the fish man?
from The Shape of Water.
Oh,
He
I haven't
plays-
seen it.
Oh, that is like
He's
Steph's
like
crush.
What? He's the fish
Played.
man?
He's the fish
Yeah.
man.
So he's also the eyeball guy in Pan's Labyrinth. Doug Jones is
Okay,
like a
I know
creature
that.
actor. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, so he just plays freaky men then?
Yes.
Freaky boys.
That's like his, if you look at his like IMDb list, it's like just nothing but like creepy, gangly, weird people. And then like the occasional Hallmark movie, because my family shot a Hallmark movie with him, and now Doug Jones wishes everyone in my family a happy birthday every single year. It's very strange.
Aw.
But yeah, he's
Fun
usually
fact.
known for being in like full body, like weird fishy types of characters. So
Is that
I
movie
respect
worth
it.
watching?
which one?
Was it The Shape of Water?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We
Okay.
did an episode of it. I was very skeptical because Steph was telling me she was in love with this fish man, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is weird." And I maybe was a little bit quick to judge on that one. Like, I'm not in love with the fish man, but I can see where she was coming from.
Noted.
I don't think I believe you. I think you are in love with the fish man.
He's a good looking fish man.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I'm not
he's
moving in on
ripped.
Steph Fishman, but you know.
That's true.
That's just
like,
her last name now, Steph Fishman.
yes.
Because he was also Abe Sapien in the new Hellboy movies too. So that was his second Fishman that Doug Jones played.
I was fucking wondering.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, like it popped into my head.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody's got to do it. Play all the fishmen.
And apparently it's Doug Jones.
Okay,
He
hold
plays
on.
them all.
So where do we find virgins at?
At
I love,
LARPing.
I love the fact that he was like, CrossFit. Yeah, they're all virgins because they don't shut up about CrossFit.
It's so funny. I love that like Laszlo and Nadja are like, they remind me of Morticia and Gomez Adams if they were just really wrong in the head. They're like our generation's Morticia and Gomez with all of the same millennial awful problems that we have.
The fucking Jeff thing. But doesn't she say Jesk at one point? Like I thought I remembered like Jeff as Jesk. Like it was like a weird way she was like trying to pronounce it. Is it in a different episode?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I think he comes back in multiple
Oh, okay.
episodes.
Yeah, he comes back. He comes back. Not always jerking off.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, that was in the first episode. I forgot.
Yep.
Just sometimes.
So I was surprised because I was like, I thought it was later in the show, and then I remembered like the Jesk thing, and I just thought that was hilarious. Like that pronunciation of it. Jeff is such a dumb name. I'm sorry.
The reincarnation of, I forget what his name was.
Gregor.
Gregor.
Gregor,
Yes.
Okay.
Gregor, whose head she squeezed off during an orgasm. So
He just always loses his head.
Oh my god.
My favorite bit is when she's, well, actually, it's not in this episode, but it's when she's talking about why Jeff's a terrible name, and she goes like, it's like a weak ejaculation. Yeah.
It's true. She's right.
he's not wrong.
It's hard to meet anyone called Jeff now.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, Jess.
Yeah.
You said your name is Jess.
I love how they yell bat before they turn into a bat and fly away. That's one of my favorite parts of the lore of what they do to the vampires is that you have to yell bat before you're able to fly away.
I don't think they actually have to do it. I think they're just stupid.
It's just Laszlo that does it,
just
though.
Laszlo.
That's just Lasso.
Yes.
I love Matt Berry. I
Me
love him so much.
Me too.
I forgot
Just-
they had another familiar in episode 1. They had the
June.
old lady. Yeah, I
June.
completely forgot about her.
Yeah.
Well, you can forget about her again.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't last very long.
She got
It's
Yeah.
funny though when they go to the wharf, I'm sorry, and they try to send her to grab the coffin. She's just like an old lady.
I was thinking about that part. Should they just deadpan on her? Some of the deadpans are pretty good. Yeah.
I like how Nandor claims that he doesn't like talking about Guillermo in this fashion, but he's doing it directly in front of him.
Yeah, the zoom outs and like reveals of like when they're like doing 2 separate interviews and they're next on the couch next to each other. And it's like the fourth wall breaks of the show are done so well. Apparently, Doug Jones also voices creepy people in animated shows because he was the Were-Duck in the new DuckTales series. So he just
yeah.
doesn't play normal characters at all. He doesn't know how.
Plays oddballs and
Were-Duck?
freaks, and I respect him for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
How
a
do you get that?
Were-Duck?
Like your agent just advocates for you, like, look, whatever you got that's like super weird, nobody wants, not even a human role, he'll take it.
He'll take it. Oh no, he was the bye-bye man.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, no.
Honestly, didn't hate that movie. Surprisingly, it's fucking dog shit though. But I kind of liked it.
I didn't see that one.
I'm not going to go out and recommend it, but I mean, there are worse things out there.
The one thing that I think they should have brought from the movie, even just as a cameo, is just Peter, because I loved Peter. They kind of do like the Baron as sort of a stand-in, but Peter cracks me up so much because it's just all these normal people and then it's just a corpse.
Okay, Nosferatu style vampire.
Yeah, they just throw a chicken in with them.
Nice, Luther the geek.
I also love how like Colin Robinson, like if he drains them, they're not tasty anymore, and so he gets a hold of the LARPers and they're just like zoned out on the couch, and Colin Robinson is just like he just has the most maniacal look on his face. I love Colin Robinson so much.
Too. Aspirational character.
Do you know how he became an actor?
Hmm.
The guy who plays him. So he was in The Office, because he went on the news pretending to be a yo-yo master. So this is how he got his job at The Office, and then subsequently this. He went on the news, pretended to be really good with yo-yos, and said that he went around schools talking about yo-yos and showing off tricks, and then proceeded to try and do yo-yo tricks on the news and fuck them up completely. And he kept doing it. I think there's like a whole compilation on YouTube that's about 40 minutes long of just this man on the news pretending to be really good at yo-yos.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
He just did it for no reason.
You never know when a televised mental breakdown is going to lead to a lucrative career.
I've been on
Everything.
television shit-heeled hammered before.
What?
Yeah. Oh man, I was so sick. So sick. So I was like, let's go to B-Dub so I can get some spicy wings so maybe I can breathe, you know? Well, drank a little too much. And the local newscast team had to have known, but they were asking me about H1N1, and I was so blissed. I was like, I don't even know what that is. And they fucking aired it. I'm like sweaty and shit. Fucking terrible.
They were like, guys, we got to run it.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
I have the flu.
Did you have H1N1 though?
I probably did. Some sort of combination of multiple illnesses.
Jesus.
That's the part of the broadcast you didn't see. They were like, "Back, does this man have H1N1?"
This is a walking, talking example of H1N1. Well, barely walking and barely talking. So they get the Baron back, right? He's in his like stand-up coffin.
hmm With the creepy paper, and Nandor's covered in glitter. And...
It's pretty fucking stupid.
And then there's just the stairmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even bother to move it out of the attic. It's just there.
Right.
So everybody's there as well as June. June is there too. That's
Mhm.
important. Tasty little morsel that she is.
I feel for June. June got wasted. I feel like if you're gonna eat me, like get all of it. So much of it was on the wall. Like get a gas can or some kind of good container to get it. I don't know.
Same thing with that guy in the park.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't be sloppy when you kill me. That's just
Right. Like,
Have some
every
respect.
Yeah,
part.
drink me like a martini. Right? Neat.
Yeah, this isn't carry too. Like, make sure you get it all.
don't
was
waste
gonna
the
s-
nutrients that I'm providing, man. That's just rude.
I was gonna say something really gross, but I'll hold it back.
Well, I don't think we have. Do we? Maybe we should give this. I think this is just a 5 chud
Yeah.
thing for me.
Or rating pilots.
Yep.
Well, it's one of the very few that are solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like that you could throw this on in the middle of it, like just turn it on and think it's like multiple episodes into a well-established season. It doesn't feel like a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an easy watch. And I'm hoping one thing that doesn't change about it that I like is like the type of violence you have to watch. There's like no gun violence, really, no specific types of like sexual violence. I kind of like that. It's like a low angst horror.
Mhm.
And this is the season for that. So,
Is this the first time watch for you?
yeah, it is. And I've only
Oh,
like the
nice.
first season too. So,
So
but-
check back in.
yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But so far,
It doesn't. I don't. Not
Yeah.
that I remember. I don't think I got all the way through it. But I watched the first few seasons. Like, I think during the pandemic, I just binged them, and I loved it. So.
I
She
only got
calls
into it
him-
this year. Well, not this year. 2023 is when I binged it for the first time, and I think I've watched it since then. God knows how many times. I can't stop. If I'm sad, put on a compilation of all the moments. It's just a compilation of Matt Berry pronouncing things.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
That's
And
what
it
calls-
makes
TikTok
my
is.
day.
Yep.
Calls him Gregor Jeff.
Gotcha.
It's funny. One pilot that's fucking terrible is Seinfeld. If anybody's ever gone back and watched that,
Yes.
like it's
Yes.
dog shit.
It's bad.
This jumps you right in with. I mean, yeah, it's a 5. It's a 5er.
And I think that the show overall. So I mean, what I saw is probably there too. I think the only other pilot that we've covered, because I think we're jumping around a little bit with our picks for our TV month. The only other pilot we covered was Supernatural, and it definitely wasn't a 5.
No.
I think that one's
No.
more like a 3, maybe, or
Yeah.
2.5. So yeah,
Why
this
haven't you?
You
Huh.
are gonna kick me, but I've never seen Supernatural.
Me neither.
you're
I
not.
saw all the way to season 5, and then I started back up at season 11. So I haven't seen anything from like season
I only got
6
20
to, like-
You're
seasons
not
to go.
missing anything. You're not missing anything, Al. I have watched the whole fucking thing, and
I own all of it. I own the entire box set.
yeah.
But I don't have that level of time to watch that much.
well, it took me
Nonsense.
years. It is
Yeah.
nonsense. And there are seasons, like especially the ones you skipped, that are like after about season 5 until the end. That's just like throw it in the trash. Just get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Every it's the same. Like Two guys converse about an impossible problem and find a hot solution.
Yes.
Steph always yells at me when I talk about that guy.
What? Jensen Ackles? She's in love with Jensen
Yeah, I
Ackles.
fucking-
I
Don't.
love Jensen Ackles.
I light that fucker up. One question though, as we wrap here, why haven't you taken over Staten Island? Is this the epicenter? Or
I
whatever
love that
the fuck he
it's set
says?
in Staten
We
Island.
have
That's
their
so
street and
funny.
Ashley Street. Okay, they're doing their best.
Doing their best.
I think the closest they've come is killing all those raccoons. I feel like it was probably closer to being owned by the raccoons previously. So
They killed off the true leader of Staten
Mm.
Island.
yeah, I don't know that much about Staten Island, but I've heard things, and they're like in the rodent category. So
I've never been further east than Columbus, Ohio, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, I've been there. Traffic's shit. Traffic's terrible.
Oh, I bet.
I
You guys know I was a carny?
No.
Have I mentioned that before?
I really would have guessed like 20 to guess about Matt. I would have guessed.
I drove I wasn't like a performance, carny, but I drove a 40 by 40 foot bumper cart arena all around the country.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool, man.
That's amazing. I would love to do that. Whatever.
I got into some fucked up shit. I'll send you guys pictures.
We should probably wrap up though. So you can find this podcast on the interwebs at ghostinthemagazine.site. You can find us on Twitter at GITM Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Nocturnical.
You can find me at Hedda_Mel, but I don't check it.
You can find me at night_time_t on Twitter.
You can find me at Maybe Mockingbird.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Okay, bye.